Hi, welcome to my video on verify a root or a solution of an equation. Remember that a root makes the equation true. A root is also called a solution. So let's do some examples. Is 2 a root of x squared minus 3x plus 2 equals 0? Notice this is a quadratic, degree 2, so it has two roots, but is 2 one of them. So x equals 2 is a root, so we'll put 2 in the place of x and see if the equation, both sides balance. So 2 squared, we do the exponent first, 4. So we got our exponent done by PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S. The brackets are already simplified, so we do our exponent, so we're going to do the multiplication next. So 4 minus 6 plus 2 equals 0. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. So yes, 2 is a root because the equation is balanced on both sides. Verify that -1 and a -3 are roots of this equation. Again, notice that it's a quadratic. It has two roots. Are these the roots? So x equals -1. So we'll write down the equation, and there's the equation. X squared plus 4x plus 3 equals 0. -1 is subbed in the place of x. Done. PEMDAS, we do inside the brackets, but that's done because -1, -1. We do exponent next. So -1 squared is 1. Then we do the multiplication of a -4. So I did the exponent first to get 1. Then I did the multiplication to get -4, and add them up, I get a 0. Again, both sides are true, so -1 is a root. So let's look at x is -3. So let's write down the equation again and sub in -3 for x. And PEMDAS, we do inside the brackets already done. We do our power first, so that's a 9. So I do them one step at a time. Then I'll do the multiplication to get -12. And then I'll add and subtract from left to right. So that's -3 plus 3 is 0. True, 0 equals 0, so -3 is the root. Is a -1/2 a root of this equation? So x equals -1/2. I'm going to sub a -1/2 in the place of x. And that's done. And again, I'm going to do PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S, extremely important. And the inside the brackets, -1/2 done, -1/2 done. I got to do my exponent next, so that's -1/2 times a -1/2 is a +1/4. So I did my exponent first. Now I'll do multiplication, division left to right. So I'll do this multiplication, and add last. So 4 into 8 goes 2. So that gives me 2 times 1 is 2. 2 into -6 is a -3. -3 times -1 is 3 plus 1. Now I got to add and subtract from left to right. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 equals 0. No. So -1/2 is not a root because 6 is not equal to 0. Practice means try them on your own and press play, press pause, pause the video, work out the answer, then when you get it done, press play to see if you're right. So verifying -2 is a root. So we'll plug a -2 in. X squared minus 3x minus 10. So x squared minus 3x equals 10. So I'm going to put a -2 in the place of x. We do our power first, so that's -2 squared is 4. and then I multiply to get 6, and 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 equals 10, so negative 2 is a root, and is 5 a root? So write down the equation. So x is 5. 5 squared minus negative 3. So x squared is 5 squared, and x is 5, so negative 3, 5 equals 10. We do our power first, 25. Then we do our multiplication, negative 15. And 10 equals 10. Yes, 5 is a root. 5, that's a 10. 10 equals 10. So when both sides of the equation become balanced or the same number, you know you got it done right. Because I always put my variables on the left and numbers on the right, and everything works out. Is negative 4 a solution of this equation? A solution means, is it a root? So x equals negative 4. So 3, negative 4 squared. X is negative 4 equals negative 12. And PEMDAS, you do inside the brackets, can't be simplified. I do my exponent first. Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. Now I do multiplication, division left to right, so I will do this multiplication before I add. So 48, and 9 times negative 4 is negative 36 equals negative 12. And 48 minus 36 is 12 equals negative 12. No, 12 is not equal to negative 12, so negative 4 is not a root. And in this equation, I have x minus 2 times x plus 6 plus 7 equals 0. Which one is a root? Let's put x equals 2 in. So x is 2. X is 2. So I have to do PEMDAS. I have to do my inside the brackets first. This is 0, 8. Then I have to multiply next, which is a 0. So 7 equals 0. No. 2 is not a root. Let's try x equals negative 6. So I'm putting a negative 6 in the place of x. So negative 6 has gone right here and right here. There it is. So that gives me negative 8. And I get a 0. Again, PEMDAS, I have to work the inside of the brackets first. I did. Now I multiply next to get 0. I better write down that 0. 7 equals 0, no. So negative 6 is not a root. Let's try x equals 1. So we're putting 1 in the place of x, so it's 1 minus 2. We're putting 1 in the place of x, so it's 1 plus 6 plus 7 equals 0. So I put 1 in the place of x. There it is. That gives me negative 1. I can do PEMDAS. I do the inside the brackets first. The inside the brackets are done. I multiply next. Multiply and divide left to right. Negative 7 plus 7, 0 equals 0. So 1 is a root. And number 4, solve and check. Okay, to solve this, I have 2 brackets multiplied to give you 0. So each of the brackets are equal to 0. So x equals negative 1 or x equals 6. So I will put x equals negative 1. I'm putting a negative 1 in this equation. Negative 1 plus 1. Negative 1 minus 6. So I'm putting a negative 1 in the place of x. So negative 1 plus 1 is 0. Negative 1 minus 6 is negative 7. 0 times negative 7, 0 equals 0. So negative 1 is a root. And is 6 a root? Let's check. So I'm putting 6 in the place of x. So I get 6 plus 1 and 6 minus 6. So I'm putting 6 in the place of x. Done. It is 7, 0. 7 times 0 is 0. So that's true. So the solutions are negative 1 and 6. I solved them and I checked them and it verifies that they're true. So that brings an end to my video, and if you like it, click my like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Visit my website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content. That's the content that's on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Bye-bye.